your science teacher. We are learning chapter 9, Force and Laws of Motion. Now, today we are going to talk about inertia. We have learned so far is balance, unbalanced force, first law of motion. Now, we already know what is first law of motion. If an object is in state of rest or in uniform motion, will remains at rest or in uniform motion until and unless an unbalanced force acts on it, or as what it is given in our textbook, an object remains in a state of rest or in a uniform motion in a straight line unless compelled upon to change that state by an applied force. Now, the next thing which we are going to learn is called inertia, right? The spelling is INERTIA, right? But we pronounce it as inertia. Now, this is the new word you are going to learn. Now, what is exactly it is? Here, as you see, I'll show you here. This is the portion. They said, what is inertia? It is the tendency. Now, it is a tendency of an object. Now, what is the tendency of an object? To remain in its state of rest, right? For example, if an object is at rest, it always wants to be at rest only. It do not want to change its state. Or if an object is in motion, will always want it to be in the state of motion until, right, this tendency to remain in its state, either rest or motion, is called inertia. For example, our earth is moving around the sun, right? It keeps on moving. It do not want to change. When? Until if somebody stop it, right? For example, let's say you're going out of station and you have kept your cycle or your book at one place, so that object will be at that place only until you come. Why do not change its place? Because that is the tendency of an object to remain in its state. It do not want to change its state. It do not want to change its motion. So that tendency, right? Now, so let's say if something come and strike, or let's say a heavy wind will blow and your cycle will fall. So because of the heavy wind that cycle blow, so some external factors matters that changes its state. That so that the tendency of an object to remain in its state, whether is in rest or in motion, is called inertia. So that's what we are going to learn more with an example. Now let's say you are going in your car or in a bus, and suddenly the driver applies the force brakes. This driver applies the brake. So you are going at 60 km/h, and suddenly the driver applies the brake. What happened? You lean forward, right? You move forward. Now, why do you move forward? Because of inertia. Your body wants to be in its same state. Once you started moving, for example, let's say you are in the rest position in a bus or a car, and suddenly the car or a bus start. You lean backward. Now, why you lean backward? Because your body is at rest. It wants to be at rest only. But because of the sudden change, it changes its state and your body comes in motion. So in order to balance that, a backward force is applied. Similarly, when a brake is applied, right, you move forward, and that, as what I said, because of inertia. It do not want to change its state, right? So as what I say, so if sudden brakes are applied, you may feel injury. Similarly, impact or collision with the panels in the front, right? That is the reason we always, or the government always implies, or the car manufacturer or bus manufacturer always implies a seat belt. So those sudden changes, those belt can help you with those certain changes, and the injury may be prevented. So that's what they say. An opposite experience is encountered when we are standing in a bus and the bus begins to move suddenly, right? you can see those impact more when you are in a bus, and as in when you are standing in a bus or a train. Okay, and this is all because of inertia. Same thing happens when your car or a bus take a sharp turn, right? So the same thing, you lean on one side. The best example another is, you must all have played this carom board, right? Now in this one, the carom coins, if you pile up those carom coin and with a striker you hit at the very bottom coin, what will happen? If you hit very sharply, then the pile will remains at the same place. Only the bottom coin gets moved and the pile will remain at the same place. Now why does it happen? Why does the pile do not fall down? The reason is this only. What? That because of inertia. So, but for that you have to strike it very hard, right? And very swiftly. The same thing, the magic happens as what I said. See, when a coin, if you put a card and you put a 5 rupee coin on it and you hit hard the card with your finger, the card will move and the coin will drop down. Why does the coin did not fall out of the glass? And why does it fall inside the glass only? Because of inertia. You have hit hard the card changes, sudden change happen, but the coin will remain in its state, rest. So the bottom will move and the coin will fall down. But what if you put a 1 rupee coin instead of 5 rupee coin? You have to apply less force. Exactly. So basically, what is inertia? Inertia is the natural tendency of an object to resist a change in a state of motion or rest, right? And the mass of an object is a measure of inertia. Now that I'll tell you. So what is inertia? It is a natural tendency of an object. Basically, it is a tendency or the habit or the property of an object to remain in its state of either motion or in rest. Now, again, inertia depends on what? So if I say this will increase, the inertia will increase, or this will decrease, the inertia will decrease. So what is the property on which the inertia depends? I'll give you a very simple example. Let's say we have a, I'll ask you, I'll put two things in front of you. I'll put a bicycle and a car, and I'll ask one person to move it. So when you try to move your bicycle with your hand, you can easily move it. But when you try to push a car alone, do you think you can move that car? No, right? Now, we learned earlier, when a force is applied on any object, it comes either in motion or rest. But the question here, you have applied force, still the car doesn't comes in the motion, it is at rest only. So why does a cycle changes its position and the car does not, right? So the question here is inertia. So inertia depend upon mass. The mass of a cycle is less, while the mass of a car is more. So the inertia of a car is more and the inertia of the bicycle is less. So on what property does inertia depend? Inertia depend only and only on mass, right? The same example if I give you with a truck and a car, truck requires a very large amount of force. Even the 10 to 15 people, if they try to push it hard, then it will move. While if 2 to 3 people are there, a car can move easily. So what does it implies? It implies that if the mass is more, the inertia will be more, right? For example, if I'll give you one more example. Let's we have a football. If you hit football with some force, the football can move easily, right? But with the same amount of force you apply on the same size stone, the football size stone, do you think the stone will move a little? right? So what does that implies? This implies that inertia depends upon mass. So that's the next topic, is what I said, inertia and a mass. What is the relation? If the mass increases, inertia increases. If the mass decreases, inertia decreases. So that's what I said. If it is at rest, it tends to remain at rest. If it is moving, it keeps on moving. This property is called inertia. And at the end, as what I said, inertia is the natural tendency of an object to resist a change in its state of motion or a rest. The mass of an object is the measure of inertia. So if you want to measure inertia, you have to measure mass, right? Now there are few examples. If you see which of the following has more inertia, if you see in an example, a rubber ball and a stone of a same size, definitely a stone. A bicycle and a train, definitely a train. A 5 rupee coin and a 1 rupee coin, definitely a 5 rupee coin. Okay. So hope you understand what I'm saying. So we learn about inertia and the property, inertia and the mass. Now the next topic which we are going to have is second law of motion. But before second law of motion, we're going to teach you momentum. Okay. So I'll see you next time. I hope you understand what I'm saying. Please post me queries if you have. Yeah. Till then, bye. Take care. Have a good day.